is urging the Ministry of Education to hold those persons involved in scandals accountable. Dr. Brown-Burke was speaking at a virtual PNP press conference on the state of education in the country. She says report mismanagement of funds within the ministry is worrying. Dr. Brown-Burke highlighted the recent disclosure by the Auditor General of the Joint Committee for Tertiary Education, or JCTE, receiving nearly $124 million with no accounting of its expenditures by the ministry between 2018 and 2020. The Auditor General wants the Ministry of Finance to take action against 2 senior officers in the Education Ministry, including the Acting Permanent Secretary, Dr. Grace McLean, on the basis that they failed in their fiduciary duty. Dr. McLean has since been sent on leave. The Shadow Minister questioned how such an alleged failure of oversight for the JCTE could take place. Dr. Brown-Burke also added that these investigations and scandals should be in the public domain as it affects them the most. In entertainment, A$AP Ferg, A$AP Rocky's tribute to dancehall legend Shabba Ranks goes double platinum. A$AP Ferg's 2013 smash hits Shabba, which featured A$AP Rocky, is now certified double platinum in the United States. The Recording Industry Association of America, the RIAA, issued a certification on Thursday, October 21st for the song after it crossed the milestone of 2 million units sold in the U.S. Shabba had previously reached platinum status on November 8th in 2019. Shabba, which peaked at number 34 on the Billboard Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart, was a tribute to dancehall legend Shabba Ranks, who had a cameo appearance in the official music video, which now stands at 100 million views on YouTube. The video was shot in a Yonkers, New York mansion on the premise that Ferg and his Harlem crew are having a house party in what was supposed to be Shabba's home without his knowledge. So when Shabba Ranks returns, he is plenty surprised. In the song's chorus, Ferg and Rocky vibe to the lyrics honoring Shabba Ranks. 8 gold rings like I'm Shabba Ranks. 4 gold chains like I'm Shabba Ranks. 1 gold tooth like I'm Shabba Ranks. Become a sponsor of the Caribbean News by placing your ad here. Contact the news department at 954-464-5900. In business, Hyundai Motors Q3 profit misses estimates. South Korea's Hyundai Motor Company slightly missed analyst profit estimates as the global chip crisis drove down vehicle shipments, and it said it expects it will take a long time to get back to normal chip supplies. Sierra Lee reports for Reuters.
South Korea's Hyundai slightly missed expectations for its third quarter profit on Tuesday. It said the global chip crisis drove down vehicle shipments. Hyundai, together with affiliate Kia, is among the world's top 10 automakers by sales. It reported a net profit of $1.1 billion for the quarter. But the automaker warned the global chip shortage would last until at least the end of the year and says it expects it will take a long time to get back to normal. The global chip crisis, triggered partly by surging demand for laptops and consumer electronics, has shuttered auto production lines globally and forced automakers to slash shipment forecasts. Hyundai had turned in its best quarterly profit in about 6 years in the April to June quarter, thanks to its conservative supply chain management. That helped it navigate the chip shortage better than others. But the prolonged crisis forced Hyundai to suspend production in the third quarter. It now plans to develop its own chips to reduce reliance on others.
And in sports, Taylor Campbell returned to West Indies women's squad for Pakistan ODIs and qualifiers. Charmaine Campbell and Stephanie Taylor are back in West Indies women's squad of 15 for the 3 ODIs against Pakistan, as well as World Cup qualifier 2021 in Zimbabwe. Campbell missed the home series against Pakistan with an injury, while Taylor, who has been named captain, is back after missing the South Africa series due to COVID reasons. 3 reserves, Sherianne Fraser, Shabika Ganabi, Karishma Ramharak, will also travel with the squad for both tours. West Indies are set to arrive in Pakistan on November 1st, with the ODI scheduled to start on November 8th in Karachi. They will then travel to Zimbabwe for World Cup qualifiers from November 21st to December 5th. The West Indies and Pakistan will be among the 10 teams at the qualifying tournament, trying to secure one of 3 places for the World Cup in New Zealand in February of 2022. And that was the news, entertainment, and sports with Sean Garrity. Be sure to stay tuned to this station for more news from around the world, locally, and the Caribbean. Become a sponsor of the Caribbean News by placing your ad here. Contact the news department at 954-464-5900.
And we so appreciate the thing that Flex is doing for the game itself and especially for Inter Florida. Thank you very much, and we do appreciate it again, as we said.
Thank you, Coach, and have a great one.
In a world where one station see the needs to give back to its people, that's Flex FM.
I had dreams that weren't just dreams.
Grab some popcorn, drinks, and the family, and log on to FlexFM.online each and every Monday at 8 p.m. for Movie Monday.
House Atreides, there is no call we do not answer. There is no faith that we betray.
Smile, Gurney. I am smiling.
That's every Monday at 8 p.m. Watch a movie with us for a chance to win some amazing prizes on FlexFM.online.
The only thing that matters to you is still here. I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up.
It's Movie Mondays on Flex FM at
The hell
8
are you
p.m.
supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
Station that matters.
DJ Shenta Days represent for the realest. Born like the 90s costume party. Yo, check it out. October the 30th is all about Bud Light 90s, the costume 90s. Party. Yeah, Valencia's 5801 Margate Boulevard, Margate, Florida. Ufa party. DJ Shenta Days. Yeah, man. Music by Super Twitch, DJ Wizard, Ecstatic, Kevin Steele, DJ Clive, and DJ Karma. I know, say, a conscience are represented fullest. Don't miss that. Hey, don't miss it. Hey, see them. One more year, Kadema.
Sellers, buyers, homeowners, everyone. The Barrett Group is here to get you the home you need. Selling a home or property? The Barrett Group can be reached at 954-306-8607 to find out how much your home is worth. Buyers, interest rates are at an all-time low. The Barrett Group, 954-306-8607, located at 4977 North State Road 7, Tamarack, Florida. The Barrett Group, South Florida's real estate providers. Thanks, Barrett Group, for your kind sponsorship of this radio station.
One man is dead and two students at the Enrique Besses High School are injured after a three-vehicle crash this morning on the Coburn Main Road in the vicinity of the...
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Sunshine, love, and kisses, of course. Good morning, everyone. It's another beautiful day here at Flex FM. I am your host, Destiny, with my green glasses today that I know I should not be wearing. But it's Wednesday. I mean, what it is, what it is. Whoosah. Inhale. Exhale. That thing. Today I have a very special guest that will be joining us today to teach us how to be happy, healthy, and full of energy. Her name is Julie Breyer. I'm super excited about speaking with Julie because she is an interesting character. Very, very interesting. Yeah. I want to say good morning to everyone on social media this morning. Let's do a check-in. Let's see who's here with me this morning. Big up to Cafe Creole. Big up to Jefferson. Good morning, Sandra Lee Grandison. I am Benji 7 Light. And of course, big up to Big Victories. Big Victories say, yo, you belong to us. We with you, you with us. So I just want to just touch a song that Big Victories just pushed out. Wherever or whenever, it's Big Victories. Table full of bosses, so many victories, they starting to outshine my losses. They try to crop me out the picture, but they know I was the artist. I painted this reality. I had the power since legit, they should have called me Austin. Big Victories, I just love it. So that's a new song that Big Victories has produced. Big up to him and the entire team for just believing in us and believing in me as a brand. Thank you. The number here in the studio, of course, is 954-401-9414. It's Wednesday. You know, I cancel Mondays, you know, Male Crush Mondays, okay, whatever. But it's Wednesday, Woman Crush Wednesday. Call in if you'd like and big up a phenomenal woman this morning. You know, someone like me or my producer, my beautiful producer, showing her amazing legs this morning, giving me all kind of life. Reminded me I need for shave my legs them. Flex FM, my FM, your FM. Tell a friend so it can be their FM as well. How is everybody feeling this morning? Big up sisters, blessings to everyone. How's everybody feeling? Can I tell you, I'm telling you, I think it's whenever I eat heavy at night, I just be dreaming about all kind of weird things. Last night was such a weird night, and I just had to take control of the energy. You know, I'm just imploring everybody, remember that we're all connected by a light force. We are all connected by love, and we have one goal and one ambition, and that is to save humanity, right? So let's read today my devotional. You guys know my devotional book here. Father Knows Best. This is the confidence we have in approaching God, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. And if we know that he hears us, whatever we ask, we know that we have what we asked of him. How many people really, you know, even if you don't believe in God, like whatever you believe in, your support system, like, you know, when you're speaking, do you like be like, you know, dear God, you know, dear Father up above, you know, Allah, Selassie, whatever, you know, I'm going through some situations, and, you know, you have to be specific. You have to be specific. You have to hold a conversation. You have to be sincere about the conversation that you're holding. Our prayers are not offered up to a silent heaven. When we pray, we are heard by a God who cares deeply about what we bring before him. By understanding the depth of his interest, we gain confidence to approach him boldly in prayer. God is a good father who will not be swayed into giving us anything that is not for our benefit. We can present our requests to God freely, knowing that if we ask for what we ask for, is not what, When we can present our requests to God freely, knowing that if what we ask for is not what is best for our lives, then it will not be given to us. And it says, what are you asking God for today? So let me just throw that out to everyone. Good morning. I love you guys here. I am asking for peace of mind, peace of self, understanding. I'm learning to hold myself accountability. I'm asking for accountability today, as every day. Each morning I wake up, I kind of just look at it as a new dawn, a new opportunity to just be better than my old self. Just trying to build me, you know, and by being a better self, I am contributing my energy to society, and I am contributing my energy to my peers and reminding them that they are enough, right? So that's just it. Good morning to everyone here. My special guest today, let's just talk a little bit about Julie. Julie Breyer is an award-winning certified health coach and plant-based nutritionist. Her bio says, I teach women and men how to integrate healthier habits into their lives. That's a broad statement. I teach women and men how to integrate healthier habits into their lives. So I did a test on myself. I think it was last week. You guys saw I was very passive and super, super calm. And I decided that I was not going to eat chicken. And I'm trying to tell you, I was less barbaric. I wasn't aggressive. My mood was completely different. My thoughts felt different. Everything about, and I know it sounds weird, but everything about my experience of not eating chicken, it was just completely different, right? She goes on to say, my clients learn food science in a fun and accessible way that ensures sustainable results. Big up to Big Victories again, teaching us about sustainability, and you guys will see that a lot of my narratives will be pushing, you know, teaching our people about farming, sustainable living, mind, body, soul, music, empowerment, inspiration, entertainment, which is our goal here at Flex FM, right? Big up to everyone that's tuned in at flexfm.online. I love you guys. The support has been so overwhelming. And I'm just like, wow, what was I nervous about? Just learning to practice to look at the camera and not look up as I normally do. Anything is possible with enough determination. That's a powerful and strong statement. In the morning when you wake up, you should be setting your intentions. You should be setting your intentions for positive vibrations and just not carrying over yesterday's baggage to today. And just, again, being accountable and making sure everyone around you is accountable to your growth. A lot of us are going through personal situations. Everyone is going through something in this pandemic. We have to just keep it real, right? This is the new normal. There's no going back to who we were. This is where we're at now. Good morning. I am Cindy268. Good morning. Let's, everybody gets excited. Big up to everybody that's on social media following me from every different avenue. I absolutely love you guys. So she says, anything is possible with enough determination. That is the power of the human spirit. I find myself just realizing that a lot of people have strayed away from basis, the foundation of what we were taught and what we grew up on. And, even though I have a lot of different belief systems and, a way of life, and even though I have locks, every day I'm learning, especially when I'm on live. You guys teach me so much, but let us not forget the foundations that we were taught upon. Let us not forget where we're coming from, because then we kind of lose sight of where we're going. And I'm realizing that in modern society, people are just barbaric. Their thoughts are barbaric. Like, people are, just committing all kind of weird crimes and just doing all kind of things. And we just need to get it together. We need to get it together as a unit, but individually. Hold yourself accountable. If you are in a situation and, you can walk away from any situation, right? Hold yourself accountable. How could I have made that conversation different? I walked in the room. Just, at any given time, I look at life as a virtual door. If I walk in and my spirit is crossed, I'm walking right out. I owe no explanations. I owe no obligations. If you rub me wrong, I'm not going to entertain. I'm not going to fall a victim to what you got going on, because I got to protect my peace and my edges. Yeah, right, that's all. That's just it. That is the power of passion. Waking up every morning to come here is my passion. It takes a lot. For some people, I had a conversation just this week with a couple of people, and we were just speaking collectively. And it is a struggle to wake up in the morning. It's a struggle to get dressed nowadays and go out, especially coming out from, the whole quarantine thing into the real world. It's just like, gosh, last year was a whole blur. If you really look at it, like, last year was a blur, and we're just trying to catch up with life, and the year is almost over, and, You know, people really now are looking like, wow, it's October. It's about to be Thanksgiving. A big up to Big Victories that has blessed Flex FM here with feeding 22 families. You know, that's an amazing gift and walking in purpose. And I just implore our listening audience and anyone that can hear my voice, start within you. You know, each one teach one. What can you do more than what you're doing? Even if it is to just get up and, you know, go to an elementary school or a nursing home or a homeless shelter, or just speak to just everyone. You know, when you wear a mask, it's kind of like this, right? And all you can see is eyes. Look at people's eyes, and you can tell sadness, you can tell fear, you can tell so much from a person's eyes. So just start paying attention to the things that are happening around you, because it affects you, right? It affects you as a human, it affects you as a person. Julie goes on to say, I am equal parts optimist and activist, and believe in both the science of health and the body's ability to heal itself. And I strongly believe in that too. We stress ourselves into diseases. We stress ourselves into things that are happening. Just think about it. When a child, you know, when you're born and you're little children, do you notice little children hardly get sick? Because they're happy-go-lucky. They don't have the problems of the world on their shoulders. They're just living and they're just grateful. And sometimes you just got to be humble as a lamb. Sometimes you don't have to say nothing at all. You just keep your mouth. Someone don't need to keep on the mouth for choo. Yeah, someone don't need to keep on the mouth. Sometimes if you don't have something good to say, just don't say nothing at all. It's not even worth it. You are in tune to flexfm.online, 954-401-9414. It is Woman Crush Wednesday. Let me throw it out there. Let me big up some women. I like to big up my producer, Trisha. She is my sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me. That's how I feel when I come here. It's just always a joy. The energy is so beautiful. Big ups to just, let me see who's here. Just the women that empower me every single day on social media. Boss queens with the good voices. I am Cindy268. I can't leave out Food is Medicine, which is like my rib right now. She's like my rib. She makes everything happen. She is working with me. Big up to my daughters, Jalen and Renaya. Big up to all the teachers at Piper High School, because, big up to every teacher in around the world. You know, I think we need to have a tribute for Teachers Day one day, because teachers, I don't know, bro, they have to deal with our children more than we have to deal with our children. If you look at the reality, and just imagine, like, when your children are home and you can't stand them sometimes and they're doing the most, and then, you know, they have to go to school, and it doesn't matter, like, you know, what they're going through in their personal life. They are also living in purpose, and I think we don't give our teachers enough credit. So hats off to all the teachers globally, those that have taken that position to, you know, live in purpose, to just teach despite the odds. We know that these children nowadays are so disrespectful. Oh, Jesus. And Big Vic said, oh, Jesus. Yeah, we know, like, to deal with our kids, you know, some of us don't even want to deal with our kids. And, you know, the teachers just really just go over and beyond. Big up to the class of 2022. Big up to the class of 2022. Y'all got big shoes to fill, because class of 2021, you know, created history. You know, showing up after a whole quarantine and a lockdown and still being able to graduate last year, hats off to you. Wednesday again. Big up to all the grandmas out there. Big up to granny them. Because, oh, God knows, Sister Queen in heaven, trust me, I used to tuck in all my jits. I'd be like, come on, I go to grandma's house, let myself in, and I'd be out. She'd be like, come take up your pity there for about call the police. I'd be like, sis, just relax, sis. Just relax. So just big up Truth, of course. Big up just everyone today. I'm grateful for your life. I hope you're grateful for my life, and vice versa. What are we talking about today? My guest seems to be late. She is on Mexico time, I think. So it's 8:35 for us. And I think it's like, I don't even know what time, but I know it's super, super early. So I just hope she did not forget about us this morning. Emotions must be controlled. Let's talk about that. I wrote some notes. Emotions. Emotions are getting the best of us. Good morning, Rich. Emotions are getting the best of us. let us just be mindful that everyone is going through something and nobody's playing out here in these streets. Just remember that. And, you know, there's a parable that I've always heard Jamaicans say, joke to one man is dead to another. So, you know, just try to be nice. Just try to be nice to each other, spread love. And if you can't be nice, then just stay home. Stay in. If you feel like, you know, you woke up this morning and, you know, you feel some type of way, just go back in and roll over. You know, just kind of do a little roll and just think about the things that you are grateful for today and just give thanks. We must be responsible for actions. You know, if you go outside, I like to use this metaphor as an example. You know, you go to a party and a man steps on your new shoes, you know, your Yeezys. And, you know, you're looking at your Yeezys, you're looking at him, you know, your ego kicks in and, you know, you tough up your chest or whatever. You know, you are putting yourself in a situation of whatever is whatever. But what if it costs you your life or you harm the people around you for something that's materialistic? Be responsible for your actions. Some of y'all are not, common sense is not so common this anymore. I'm starting to realize that. I have a surprise for you. Big Vic 954-401-9414. Big Vic says, I have a surprise for you. I like surprises. Hopefully it's food, Trisha, because you know food keep me happy. Yeah, you know, hopefully it's some food. You have that voice. Thank you, Rich. Big Vic said the National Black Farmer Association, Cara Boyd. Big up to Cara Boyd. I didn't even know that we had a Black Farmers Association. So we are learning, and that's just really the joy I love about being here on Flex FM. It is just opening doors of opportunity, not only for myself, but for the community at large. And by community, I'm not just saying like right here, like where you can see me. We're streaming in 64 different countries. So wherever you are in the world, thank you for choosing us this morning. Tell a friend, you know, tell a friend, share me with your friend them. You know, Flex FM, my FM, your FM, and then we're gonna be like a threesome. Me, you, and your friends, and you know, they love me, I love you, you know, we love each other. So send me the number. I'm sending you the number right now. Hold on, let me tag it right here. 954, somebody tag that please for Big Vic. 954-401-9414 is the number here in the studio. This is interactive TV. This is the future. You know when you were watching the Jetsons and you thought, you know, you saw the flying cars and all of that? No, we're in the future right now. This is the future. Nobody watches TV anymore. This is what it is. So it is just a humbling experience to be a part of cutting edge technology, to just build a great foundation. And, you know, I said that yesterday. Why do I keep saying I don't know where I may pick up that dirty habit, because when people are talking in and I, you know, when I heard, I'm like, spit it out. Spit it out. I think I picked it up from my kids, my children, because kids are a goat, right, Trisha? Mm-hmm. Kids are a goat. When you grow up with a Jamaican stush mama that come from Waterhouse, it's like a cliche of everything in one. It's like a cliche of everything. You know, my mother just really did not like, you know, people are like, how do you, you know, you speak so proper. And I'm like, Sister Queen did not believe in Ebonics. I remember, laugh out loud, what's the number again? 954. It's on the screen. Let me just type it. Isn't it on the screen right there? Oh, you know what? Because they can't see it. Hold on, let me type it. 954-401-9414. Got it. Right there. And for anyone, you guys can call in on WhatsApp. That's a global number that you can call live in the studio. If you want to shout out anyone, remember we can't cuss no bad word because management are listen. Yeah, pick up management because management say if me cuss no bad word, it's not going to end well. That part. If you disrespect me, I respectfully remove myself. Just know this. I could cut off anybody. I keep mental funerals in my head every single day. And so I implore people, just like, don't get excited over people that just make no sense. Big up to Kim Dalla, my elementary school friend. Kendra is one of my very first friends that I met. So let me just tell you guys a quick story. So, you know, I'm Canadian. I was born in Canada. And then Sister Queen decided she was going to take me. And I think I was 9, actually. And came to Florida, to Lauderdale Manors. Lauderdale Manors is like hood city. I'm finna go to the store down the street. I want to get some strawberries, and I'm finna, shoulda, woulda. And, Sister Queen, I don't know what she was thinking about, but bruh, big up to Kendra, because Kendra was like my bodyguard or my sister. I used to get beat up every day. They're like, you sound like an Oreo. Why you sound like a white girl? Why you talking like that? You talk funny, girl. You need to talk like, And I'm like, I went home one day and I'm like, Sister Queen, they said, she's like, come on, have sense. Remember, and I'm just like, I can barely understand patois on a normal basis, right? So it's just like, bruh. So Kendra sent me a picture the other day and she's like, girl, look at this. And I'm like, Lord of mercy, it's a long time I had drive for true. Yeah, so that was just a good memory. Big up to Kendra Hill. I love you, sis. It is Wednesday. My thoughts are everywhere. There's so much happening in the world right now. There's so much happening in the world. Am I the only one that thinks? So if you are not following up with the news, I know you guys heard about the cult pastor that supposedly passed away, and, rest in peace to the police officer. I think his name is Irons, I think it is. And I saw a personal friend post something on Twitter, a personal friend of his, and they were very disturbed, and they made a valid point. And they said, if this demon wasn't involved, then people would remember that an innocent person died and not run with, the what if, so he's not really dead and it's a cover up. Let's just still appreciate, the ground personnel that keep us safe on a day-to-day basis. Not all cops are good, not all cops are bad. It is what it is. But just imagine what the world would be like if we didn't have police. Sometimes I think that, like, what would the world be like for real, if we didn't have a governing body to protect us? So to that officer that passed away in Jamaica and just everything just happening, around the world. I don't watch the news because the news is depressing. It's not something that, I like to intune in me. It's just, I just try to stay positive, because if you consume negative, then your thoughts become negative, and you are your thoughts in any which way that you look at, right? You can't take back your power if you allow yourself to give in to the negative energy meant to destroy you. I wonder if I understand what I'm saying. You can't take back your power if you force someone to draw you out and make you get into that ignorant state. First of all, do you ever realize when you're upset, it takes a lot of energy to bring, to calm back down. It takes a lot of energy to be negative. So just, strive to be positive as much as it can, as much as you can, because, positive is in, negative is not. Positive is in, negative is not. Let's just strive for that. I've learned to let some things go and let God fight my battles. Growing up as a kid, I was very troubled. I like to fight a lot. I would fight anybody, dog, cat, humans, anybody. I don't know, I was just always fighting and just angry, but not like a bully, but just like I don't really take no dash. Like if you come for me, I'm coming for you. That's just was my personality. Good morning, Reggae Reflection. Good morning, Sexy June, Boss Queens with the good voices, and everybody that is tuned in on Instagram. Big up to everyone tuned in on Facebook. Big up everyone that's tuned in YouTube, flexfm.online. I absolutely love you. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule. Someone messaged me yesterday and they're like, are you the same Destiny? I'm like, it depends. It depends on who you ask. And he's like, your voice sounds familiar. I'm like, my voice is never gonna change, I don't think. I think now I sound more, defined. I think I've kind of just grew into myself, and I'm just really glad for change. I'm glad for patience, but most important, I'm glad for the prayers. The community at large, and I just don't mean South Florida, just globally, y'all have shown me just so much love, despite of what they say I am and who they say I am. I'm just humbled daily by the love that my peers give to me, and I give that same love back to my peers. Each one teach one. It is important for us to just try to do good. And let me just tell you, remove ego. If you're going through something, please know that you are enough. Suicide seems to be an outlet for a lot of people nowadays. And it's just like, if I'm not here, then maybe, my children will be better, my family will be better, the people around me will be better. I just want to tell you, bruh, nah. Like, if you're going through something and you need someone to talk to, if you are on any social media, in all of my bios and my profiles is my personal number for real. You can call me, you can email me. I am your voice. If you ever need someone to talk to and you feel like, you're going through something by yourself, I just want to ensure you that you're not. Everyone is going through something, and the easiest way to get over that something is just to acknowledge that you're going through something. Don't be a hypocrite with yourself. Be sincere with yourself, and most importantly, be gentle. Just be gentle. There's no way to live nowadays. Sometimes you just need to put your lips and your ego on lockdown and just, learn to control the things. If we understand that we are in control of everything around us, then the world would be just so much more beautiful. Yeah. Like our thoughts and the food that we consume kind of become our thoughts. And, if you're just not holding positive meds, like just look around you right now. Everyone that is tuned in, look around you. Just look at everyone around you and identify the people that are around you. How much of those people really are helping you grow? The people around you. How much of those people are helping you to grow? It's harvest season. Are you ready to bloom? Have you planted your crops? Are the people around you helping you to bloom? Are they, fertilizing your crops? Are they helping you to stay in a positive environment? Are they giving you sunshine, or are they giving you thunderstorms? Pay attention to the people around you. Look at the person that you sleep with every night, your husband, your wife, your significant other, people in man, people in woman, whatever the case may be. Is that situation building you, or are you building it? Is it contributing to you being a better person, or have you forgotten who you are? A lot of people have lost a sense of self, and we have to get back to control of self. We have to get back to remembering who we are as an individual. And again, I'm going to tell you, look at the people around you. Those are the energies that you are pouring into yourself. Good, bad, and indifference. When you go to someone, you be like, oh my God, look at this, I have this idea. Are they saying, yeah, that's a great idea? Are they empowering you? Or are you hearing, just no's, that's dumb, that's retarded, that makes no sense? Those are the people you don't want around you. Those are the people that are causing you to feel the way you feel, But let's not blame those people. It starts with you, because you are the one that needs to be held accountable. Because why are you around those people? Why are you around negative attributes that can't do anything for you? Why are you trying to be friends with people that don't really check for you? Why are you running down your baby mother and your baby father, or your, whoever, to love you? I can't believe you ain't taking care of your children. I can't believe you're not. What about you? Take accountability for you. Stop crying about things that are in your control. Yeah, stop crying about things that are in your control. Look at life as a virtual door. You have the ability to walk out of any situation. I told someone yesterday, it's beautiful, you groom your children, and unfortunately they grow up to be ungrateful. And that's a part of the process too. Yesterday I came home and I had to say to my children, I'm like, what's the point? I might as well live in a condo by myself, because what's the point, right? Hold me accountable. I am accountable for my situation. You are accountable. Yo, bruh, I used to have the money. I'm used to be this. Who cares? Do you have it today? What's going on today? What are we talking about today? Stop living in the past. We are living in the right now. You open your mouth and you're talking garbage. And then what if you catch COVID? Protect your energy. Protect your peace. Be mindful to how you speak. You know what I mean? There's repercussions in everything. Are you speaking love and light into your peers? Are you speaking love and light into others? When was the last time you called somebody and said, you know, I love you, I appreciate you, thank you? Some people don't even say thank you again. Yeah, they don't even say thank you again. Right, that's so. Boss queens with the good voices in the UK say, right, that's so. Yeah, like, let's never forget where we're coming from, right? And if the people around you, you know a thing too, that we have gotten caught up in? Loyalty. Loyal to yourself. Me almost cuss. Be loyal to yourself. Be loyal to you, because people like to hold things over your head. Yo, remember, say, if I never for me, Ray, those are the people you don't want around you. Those are the people that you don't want around you, because, you know, if you give me this bottle of water and then every time I try to take a sip, you're going to remind me, if you didn't give me the water, I wouldn't take a sip, then you are not a good person, to be honest. Because if you've given somebody something, do it from your heart and mean what you say and say what you mean. Right? That's so. Yeah. Be mindful how you speak. You're speaking life into others, and you are also speaking death and depression and denial and just all kind of things out of your mouth because you don't feel okay with you. Because you are destructive, I'm not going for you, and you don't want to hold yourself accountable. You want to blame the whole world for your problems. You woke up this morning and, you know, you went through the drive-thru and, oh, you got an attitude. Everybody around you is, sometimes it's us. Sometimes we are the problem. And we have to start holding ourselves accountable. I love you guys, and I'm thankful for you guys. We love you too, Big Vic. We're sometimes too loyal to our own detriment, right? That's the boss queens. Yeah, we allow ourselves to pop down. You know, we're loyal to just everybody else except for ourselves. Yeah, you know, I was thinking this morning, I'm like, yo, I haven't had a pedicure since quarantine. You know, I'm there, you know, chook. I haven't bought myself something in like forever. Like realistically, I'm like, God, when did I become this person? How did I become this person? And it really took, you know, sitting down with me to really just say, you know, what are you doing? You know, you're talking about, you know, what your family did, you know, what other people did, you know, you blaming everybody. And then I just heard God's voice one day just said, be still. And I didn't understand what it meant. And I'm like, what do you mean, be still? And again, it was like, be still. And when I got still, I started to see everything around me. I'm like, blouse and skirt. Am I allowed to say blouse and skirt? I think so. And I'm like, yo, like for real. Like people that, you know, if you really, I'm just trying to tell you, bruh, look at everybody around you right now, just wherever you're at right now. Even if you're on the train, you're on the bus, you're walking. Just look at the people that you, better yet, look in your cell phone. The last 5 people that you spoke to, was it benefiting you? Did it help to grow you? Was the conversation worth it? Were you able to get your point in? Did they care about what you really had to say or not? That's a startling reality. That's a startling reality. Yeah. Be mindful to how you speak to others, to yourself, and especially to your children. Our children are crying out because we are not listening. We are not listening to what they have to say, and I'm guilty of that. We just have to listen more. And my daughter said to me about 2 years ago, she's like, you know, Mommy, you can't grow nowadays children on own type beliefs. And I'm like, you right, because, yo, if your child bucks down your pitney, them just know they're going to call 911 quick. They are the ops. They the ops, bruh. Anything. Remember, this is what they were taught. You know, anything, just call 911, 119, or whatever it is, you know. But we shouldn't put ourselves in that position that, you know, like, I look at my life and I'm like, you know, I was abused. Sister Queen used to beat me with cutlass. Anything she catch, she beat me. And that's growing up in a Caribbean home for real. But look at our children nowadays. They're so safi. Baby. They don't have no backbone. You know, they feel entitled. If you don't give them everything, it's like cry for everything. Suicidal for everything. Yo, bro, these kids will throw suicide in a heartbeat. Oh my God, I'm going to kill myself. But like for real, we gotta like listen, bruh. We have to listen to what they're saying. And if you have a child that keeps threatening suicide, why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that, you not being here would be better for all of us, right? Start paying attention to what they are saying, because maybe it's something that we have said that kind of triggered to what they have said. And not only that, remember, we are powerhouses. Growing up in the 90s was a whole big deal, and we make it look easy. Even when we're suffering, nobody will ever know that we're suffering. And so our children just think like we show up and, oh, here's the car keys. Oh, here's my bank card. Oh, here's that $500 sneakers that you don't really deserve. Oh, here's that shirt that you don't really deserve. Oh, PS5 25 is coming out. Hold on, let me order it from the future so you can get it when you have grandkids. Bruh, no. No. Choose a place of resolution within you. That's important. Like the generation of entitled brats. Exactly, Boss Queens. Boss Queens with the good voices said the generation of entitled brats. But we're not going to put it all on them. We have to blame us. We can't put it on them because we are the one that grew them, that brought them into this mess. If someone would have told me that this was the future, would I keep my crutches to myself, to be honest? Like seriously, because look at it. Like growing up, I feel sorry for people that have little children. I feel sorry for people that have no children yet. Man. But we caused this. We caused all of this mess that's happening right now, and we have to fix it. We have to fix it. We have given these children the entitlement to disrespect us. When, kids nowadays, my daughter one day, she was like, you're an effing little, and my Jesus, have mercy, come down off of the cross. And I was so shell-shocked, and that's a norm. I'm not the only one going through this, bro. If you got children in modern society, they are some cussing, strap-slinging, weed-smoking, entitled brats for true. And when they do not get their way, I'm finna commit suicide. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna do this. They finna do everything in the book and not doing nothing, right? I say it all the time. I grew them, so it's all my fault. Of course, we have to hold ourselves accountable. Look at your children. We created monsters. We created monsters. I was just passing by my daughter's high school, and I saw one girl Gucci down, and I'm like, whoa. Walking in the hot sun, Gucci down, and I'm like, bruh, you can't, it's kind of interesting because, we give them everything, and meanwhile we're suffering. You got a nice little Benz, and you parked up at the people in nice little apartment complex. You don't even have a backyard. You don't have nothing. You don't have no look, nothing. Let's break ourselves out of that narrative, bruh. Let's break ourselves out of that. If you're trusting condoms with your faith more than God, you are the problem. I said what I said. If you are trusting condoms with your faith more than God, you are a part of the problem. Because some people they're just living. They're just living for the moment, and they're living for what they're feeling, and they're living for just the now. And just remember, if you are bringing children in this now, you got to stay prayed up. You got to be strong, bro. Because my daughter's 16, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus, 2 more years, God. I can have some freedom. I'm just like, she's like, I'm going to go to Yale. And I'm like, wow. And she's the one for sure. I thought by now, like, that baby came out of my womb fighting. So it's no surprise to me that she's a football star, But she's like, yeah, I'm going to be a nurse, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And I'm like, wow, okay, do what you do. But, learn to walk out. You're pitting them. Learn to walk out, people. When people upset you, remember you have a virtual door. I'm out of here. And it's okay to cut people off. You're not entitled to people. You're not entitled to people. You're not entitled to their opinions of you. You're not entitled to none of that. Be accountable to you. It's 9 o'clock. I'm going to one video because I never really come here for preach today. Because you not piss me off. For choo-choo. You not piss me off for choo-choo-choo. Because we're not going to act like the problems don't exist. But we are the problem. Be accountable for you And when we come back after the break, we'll continue this conversation. Big up to Julie Brayer. I think Julie may have forgotten about me this morning, but that's fine and dandy. You know, it is what it is. We are going into a short commercial break. Hopefully, my producer's going to play something that I can. It's Wednesday. You're in tune to FlexFM.online. I'm your host, Destiny. Stay tuned. Don't move.
33-year-old Patrick Wallace died from injuries he sustained.
Struggle is real, ooh, yeah. Every day we gotta live our life, yeah. But the struggle is real. Have you ever wondered what a world would be like without a care or a worry, never in a hurry? Not a care in the world. That's how life's supposed to be, but the struggle is real. Ooh, yeah, the struggle is real. Ooh, working harder.
Sellers, buyers, homeowners, everyone, the Barrett Group is here to get you the home you need. Selling a home or property? The Barrett Group can be reached at 954-306-8607 to find out how much your home is worth. Buyers, interest rates are at an all-time low. The Barrett Group, 954-306-8607, located at 4977 North State Road 7, Tamarack, Florida. The Barrett Group, South Florida's real estate providers. Thanks, Barrett Group, for your kind sponsorship of this radio station.
Newsflash. On a year, Nikki Blaze HQ presents Blazing Fridays each and every Friday from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. You know how she do it. She gonna have special DJs, special guests, artist interview, and you know my favorite, live performances on none other than Flex FM. The best FM, my FM, and your FM.
Come on at the mouth cool and I tell you, don't forget this one. My daughter Deba on here again. Blazing Fire, Nikki Blaze from Flex FM, the best FM. No, me don't want to listen to our next FM. Remember, a Blazing Friday, 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Remember that every Friday night, 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. And you hear it from your boy Nakuma who knock them out cold, y'all.
Well, this is reggae dancehall artist Billy Blade representing for Nikki Blaze right now. Welcome back home to the Flex FM studios and radio station with your program Nikki Blaze HQ, Blazing Fridays. Every Friday, 10 p.m., 12 a.m. Artist news, views, reviews, and live performances. Easy.
Welcome back. Welcome home, Nikki Blaze, to Flex FM Radio. Flex FM, the best FM, my FM, and your FM.
DJ Shenta Days represent for the realest. Born like the 90s costume party. Yo, check it out. October the 30th is all about Bad Light 90s, the costume party. Yeah, Valencia's 5801 Margate Boulevard, Margate, Florida. Ufa party. DJ Shenta Days. Yeah man, music was Super Twitch, DJ Wizard, Ecstatic, Kevin Steele, DJ Clive and DJ Karma. I know say a conscience are represented fullest, don't miss that. Hey, don't miss it. Hey, see them, one more year for Kadema.
FAMU Mary and the Galleon Foundation presents the Caribbean Food and Rum Festival. Come and enjoy a wide variety of rums, food, and lots of fun with live performances from Third World. Barrington Levy, Alice Allison Hines, Patrice Robert, Peter Ram, Julian Believe, and many more. Now on Sunday, December the 12th at Arts Park, downtown Hollywood. Tickets available at CaribbeanVillage.net. Must adhere to all COVID-19 protocols to enter venue.
Vaccine, come for your vaccine. Now your back arching, the syringe gone in. Vaccine, I get a vaccine. Vaccine, I get a vaccine. Vaccine, come for your vaccine. Now your back arching, the syringe gone in. Vaccine.
And we so appreciate the thing that Flex is doing for the game itself and especially for Inter Florida. Thank you very much, and we do appreciate it again, as we said.
Thank you, Coach, and have a great one.
In a world where one station see the needs to give back to its people, that's Flex FM.
I had dreams that weren't just dreams.
Grab some popcorn, drinks, and the family, and log on to flexfm.online each and every Monday at 8 p.m. for Movie Monday.
House Atreides, there is no call we do not answer. There is no faith that we betray.
Smile, Gurney.
I am smiling.
That's every Monday at 8 p.m. Watch a movie with us for a chance to win some amazing prizes on flexfm.online.
The only thing that matters to you is still here. I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up.
It's Movie Mondays on Flex FM.
The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
Station that matters.
What man? Yo, shit, the same girl from around the what do you say? Anyway, she say she gonna reach it. What you say? How much, Joe? Hold on. Don't tell me something that I talking to. So we you never pay jar. Of course I'm here. Nah, deal with me with you. Yeah, you're forward with your boss. I'm a good man. What do you mean? I'm forward with your boss. I'm a good man. No worry, understand. Boss, I'm forward with you. Your boss,
yeah, yang 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 yang. talkie, my mouth never make fi run. And me's a girl when not afraid for war, and me not afraid fi bust gun. The black man say, tougher than a dance in the school. No drop my girl ever in murder and mood. Bad alone bitch, that a the truth. Plus I be a bad girl rolling on my bumbo clad crew. Me never lose a fight to no little fool. Girl a fi bungle up like I said them a call a loo. Bad alone, that a the truth. Plus I be a bad girl rolling on me crew. Me no send threat, ma make promise. The most blood them see when them they pan period. And if a gang, ma never panic. Back broad enough for me alone take country girl. Recall smooth trigger under heavy pressure. Me boss it up, shell a drop like a rainy weather. Touch a button if you brave, me nah go cause just a grave. But until then, bitch you make me back. One girl when I talkie, my mouth never make me run. And me is a girl when not afraid for war, and me not afraid for bust gun. Me black my say, tougher than a dance in the school. No drop my girl ever in murder and mood. Bad alone bitch, that a the truth. Plus I be a bad girl rolling on my bumbo clad crew. Me never lose a fight to no little fool. Girl a fi bungle up like I said them a call a loo. Bad alone, that a the truth. Plus I be a bad girl rolling on me crew. Me not give a fuck where you come from. Run a lick of funds and track you like I say a while. Hug me a hunt and know how me done tan. Me not afraid of gunman. Who's when a bad man a me type. Make one phone call just fi end your life. Get a shipment, have a gun in every type. If me want process, me use the one with laser beam light. Not chatty cause a action me like. Me a one girl when I talkie, my mouth never make fi run. And me is a girl when not afraid for war, and me not afraid fi bust gun. Me black my say, tougher than a dance in the school. No drop my girl ever in murder and mood. Bad alone bitch, that a the truth. Plus I be a bad girl rolling on my bumbo clad crew. Me never lose a fight to no little fool. Girl a fi bungle up like I said them a call a loo. Bad alone, that a the truth. Plus I be a bad girl rolling on me crew. Tougher than a dance in the school. No drop my girl ever in murder and mood. Bad alone bitch, that a the truth. Plus I be a bad girl rolling on my bumbo clad crew. Me never lose a fight to no little fool. Girl a fi bungle up like I said them a call a loo. Bad alone, that a the truth.
I'm back. Good morning, everyone. If you are just tuning in, you are tuned into Flex FM, the best FM, my FM, your FM. Tell a friend so it can be their FM. Oh my God, I almost did it. Yay. I am your host this morning, Destiny from Talk Truth TV, and I have the honor of having a very special person on the phone while I am waiting for my special guest to patch in. I have Kara Boyd from the Black Farmers Association on the phone with Big Vic. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. While we're waiting for them to join the line, I be trying to tell people, you just never know who's listening in. You never know who's tuning in. I am just so grateful. I threw out there, I'm like, we're teaching our listeners about sustainability and just about how to build up our community. And then boop, there you go. Big up to Kara Boyd and Big Victor from Big Victories on the line here. Let's try again. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sunshine. How are you?
Hey, I'm blessed and highly favored. Anytime you're alive and on the farm, it's a good day.
Oh, amazing. How are you this morning? So you are Miss Kara Boyd, correct?
Yes.
Phenomenal. Hey, Vic.
What's going on? I told you I had a surprise for you.
I see. This is more than a surprise. Wow. Okay, Miss Boyd, Black Farmers Association. Wow.
Well,
Tell
National Black Farmers.
Oh, excuse me, honey, because today is Wednesday. Let me put some respect on your name, Queen. Black National. National. Meaning not like in your neighborhood, but like all over. National. They are giving me all kind of hearts today. So what are you teaching us today, Queen? What do we need to do to get it right?
Well, we need to understand that farming is not slavery. Farming is an act of liberation. Growing and producing your food and feeding yourself and your community, is an act of liberation. And it's stewardship, and it's what we should be doing. If we don't take care of Mother Earth is not going to be able to take care of us.
Right.
And we only have one Mother Earth.
Which is
that's where we're at. Sustainability They talk about regenerative agriculture. These are indigenous agricultural practices that our ancestors, passed down from generation to generation.
Right.
So today, the challenge to us is to know where our food is coming from and how our food is being grown, and how farmers are actually part of the solution addressing climate change and not contributors, bad actors when it comes to, carbon emissions.
Right.
And so, one of the things I'd like to share with your listeners today is that there's no minimum land size requirement. Oftentimes people think of a farmer 10, 20, 100 acres, but it's not. There are people making six figures on a rooftop in New York City.
What?
Yes, farming. And farming is about a business. If you have a garden, that's a hobby, it's a pastime. But a farm is a business and a farmer is an occupation.
Right.
And we have many people that are growing and producing food. You may have a orange tree, or you're growing pineapples, or whatever the case may be, herbs, fruits and vegetables. But you're not thinking of it in a monetary form. You're not thinking of it as a business.
Of course not, because we were never taught.
Plan. I tell people you can take a $3 mint plant and be an herbalist. Have you a business, because from that $3 mint plant, you can harvest 10 to 15 leaves and sell an ounce of fresh mint for $3.
Wow.
Now you've already paid for your plant. Then you can, lay those branches over, cover them with soil, and it's going to spread. It's evasive. And then you can do cuttings and sell those for $3 each. And you can also harvest your leaves, put them in a yellow vanilla envelope, dry them, and you can sell mint tea.
Wow.
Now you've got e-commerce. There's just so many things that we could do, but sometimes for the convenience of it, we're like, nah, I'll just go down to the local grocer and just buy it,
I think it's the ignorance, to be honest, Miss Boyd, because you just hit me with a lot of 1-2 steps. I'm like, see me have a little banana. Like, I have a huge yard, but I don't even know how to plant. The other day, I'm like, okay, I dried the pepper seeds and then I put them in the soil. And it's such a struggle for me. So how can we, alleviate ourselves from this ignorance? How can we promote sustainability and farming in our communities? What would be the first step?
I can say join the National Black Farmers Association. All of our programs are free of charge.
Okay.
And we actually have our 31st annual conference. It's going to be on November 5th and 6th. It's going to be virtually, so people can join from all around the U.S., the territories, and the world.
Okay.
And I'll be going over Intro to USDA 101. Oftentimes people hear about USDA, but it's the Department of Agriculture that has 26 agencies. And all of those agencies have different programs and services. And, your listeners may not know that if they wanted to buy a house, they could go to USDA Rural Development, apply for the 502 housing loan, and buy a home with no money down.
Say what?
Those are the things, yes.
Say what,
and now you
sis?
got a farm. You got your first business, right?
Wow.
And at the end of the year, you're not going to file a Schedule C. You're going to file a Schedule F, which is how you report your farm income.
Mhm.
So I really want to, encourage people to reach out to the National Black Farmers Association. This is going to be our 31st annual conference. A lot of individuals may have heard about the USDA settlements for the discrimination against the black farmers. My husband, Dr. John Boyd, is the founder and president of the National Black Farmers Association.
Nice.
And, some people have heard about the gentleman who drove his mule and wagon to D.C. and his tractor and, all these things. But
Yes.
that's John Boyd. That's my husband.
Oh.
And we're still here. And I have 2 hashtags that I use, Let's Keep Growing and We Grow Farmers. And, we're very happy to be partnering with Big Vic and BAMFX. It's a micronutrient.
Don't leave us out. We here too, Kara.
Yeah. So, we're here to work that and to, teach people how to even, sometimes regrow your own food.
Right, of course.
Some people, you want to grow tomatoes and you're like, okay, well, do I have to go buy a tomato plant? No, you can have a tomato, have some left over, put it out there in your soil, and you're going to grow tomato plants.
Wow.
It's that simple. Sometimes we, like you said, sometimes it's lack of information, lack of knowledge.
It is lack
and we
of
want to share
information. This is not ever something that I'm going to be honest, I've never, like speaking with Vic, I feel so empowered. And then, now here you are saying just so much things. I'm like, I go to the farmer's market a lot, and I honestly, I have a huge yard. I told Vic, I'm like, I'm about to start farming in my backyard because, what am I doing? And so you said a lot of pointers. You said business, you said first home buyer, you said sustainability, education, and empowerment to our people. National Black Farmers Association. So, and you also said that it's free. So how would we be able to find you?
Our website is blackfarmers.org.
Black Farmers. Got it. .org.
And in fact, we're fighting a case in Florida right now because the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021 had legislation in there, which is now law, for the emergency relief for farmers of color, in the tune of $5 billion. But white farmers in Florida have filed an injunction to stop those payments from going forward. They said it was harmful to them if the black farmers and other farmers of color received that relief or this outreach and technical assistance.
Wow.
So we want people to know, it's not reverse discrimination, and, it's not racist to help people, to create,
right. And with so many
equity.
people losing their jobs right now, you have thrown out a whole lot of gems today. You kind of opened up not only my eyes, but I'm hoping to a lot of people listening that there are resources that we have not learned about, that we haven't been taught. And then today's Wednesday. Boop, here comes Kara Boy to say, hold on, everybody, I'm here to save the day.
Yeah, and and the thing is, people talk about free money. It's not free money. It's taxpayer dollars.
Right.
And they pay out millions of dollars in subsidies to large white-scale farmers, predominantly 99%. And the average farmer receives around $200. So these are things that we've been out here advocating, to try to change. And it's not because our people are bad farmers; they just don't get equal access. And that's what we want to address. That we want to fix that. We're going to stop that.
Of course. So I am hoping that, Kara, that I'm going to have the opportunity to meet you soon, because I would love to. I'm from Canada, and so sustainability farming is a huge deal. In Toronto, we have community gardens. It's just a part of our culture to eat from the ground up and to teach our children and generations and so forth that thing. So I would love to, meet with you, have you on as a guest here. I know Big Vic is going to make it happen, right, Vic? Yes. But you have, thank you. You see, I'm all smiles. I can't even contain myself because I have been praying. And I'm like, Sister Queen had a green thumb. Well, I can't have a green thumb. And, I want to eat from the ground. And, you have said a lot, and I thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to just even call in to just spread this.
Thank
these
you for
gems.
having this platform. It's very important, and for people to understand, you can grow on your windowsills. You can even grow in your closet, mushrooms, and you can grow in a bag of sawdust. There's so many ways, and a lot of times, we are our own worst enemy. Sometimes we are the stopping block because in our mind we visualize how it should be, and that's not necessarily the way it is.
Right.
So I encourage everyone, start small.
Right.
And then scale your operation.
Right.
And that is the best way to make sure that you're doing something that you love.
Right.
And that's, we encourage everyone, like I said, to join us virtually for the 31st annual National Black Farmers Conference. They can also give me a call. My number is 804-691-8528.
804-691. Can you repeat that again for me? 691.
804-691-8528.
Okay. So I am definitely going to orchestrate with Vic so we can orchestrate with you. So, I definitely want to push this virtual. No one has an excuse. It's virtual. You don't even have to leave your house. And it's free, you said, right? Free of cost?
Absolutely free. And the thing is, we'll have, multiple people on there talking about the different programs and services, not only at USDA, but we're going to talk about genealogy. We're going to talk about, how your family had 200 acres.
Right.
And where's that land today?
Right.
And, a lot of individuals can't connect back past their grandparents, but we're going to talk about how you can do that.
Exactly. It's,
So we're going to cover it from A to Z.
Reggae Reflection
not
said
only
there is
grow-
nothing better than growing your own food. So they are giving you all hearts up, Kara. We love you. It is Woman Crush Wednesday. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. So are you actually here in South Florida? Because I want to come on the tractor and go do the field.
I'm not, but my husband, this is a spoiler alert. We were just filming yesterday with Caroline Randall Williams, and he's going to be taking the tractor back to D.C. tomorrow. And refilming some of that.
Nice.
And that's the thing is, we have to get Washington's attention. We
Facts.
have to let, America know, we're not going to take this laying down. We're,
Facts.
the seeds of our ancestors. And, John Deere is actually a fifth largest agriculture bank, and their CEO got a 160% pay increase, but refused to have a telephone conversation with our founder and president, Dr. John Boyd. He said, I decline your request.
That's
And
all
then
right.
they
We gonna
refused
pull
to
them out the
participate.
woodworks.
Yeah, they refused to participate at our conference. Victor can attest to that. He was at our conference in Alabama, and John Deere doesn't show up. They don't
Right.
display one piece of equipment, but they do all these things at all these large white-scale
Right.
farm
Right.
fairs and Farm Bureau and all
Right.
these other events, but as if we don't buy their equipment.
Right. So I would love for you to stay tuned in to our show. My actual guest for today is an award-winning certified health coach and plant-based nutritionist. So, she's listening in, and, each one teach one. And you have thrown out a lot of gems to our listening audience. You have held us accountable. You said, hey, we're doing a conference, it's virtual. blackfarmersassociation.org, you said, right?
Yes, ma'am.
blackfarmersassociation.org. And your number,
Oh,
if
I'm
you...
sorry, it's blackfarmers.org.
Oh, that's what I had, blackfarmers.org. And of course, if you want to reach Kara, it is 804-691-8528. And of course, we are working with BAMFX and Big Victories to just spread love, sustainability, teaching our people how to eat right, and just the empowering things like just what you said. So learning and glowing is something that my next guest speaks about. Plant-based nutritionists, eating from the ground up. And not only that, a lot of what you said, learning, that we've been tricked. We've been, man.
Right, and if it comes out of a box, it's not, really good for you. It's processed.
Right.
And so that's what we want to, make sure that people are having access to good, healthy food. And I'll give you guys one more gem. There is the Snap Garden.
Right.
Individuals can actually use their SNAP benefits to purchase plants and grow their own food.
Oh, hold on.
They
You're
can
talking about
purchase
food
seeds and
stamps, Kara? So people can use, because some people are like, what is SNAP? Food stamps. And, okay, say that again for the ones in the back.
It's called Snap Garden.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually can purchase edible plants and seeds to grow your food.
Right.
Because imagine, if you can buy a $2 tomato plant, right?
Right.
As opposed to buying a $2 tomato.
Right. And tomatoes ain't even $2. Let's just be clear on that.
Right. And
Wow.
call Karen. She's going to tell you how to grow that plant to be 12 foot tall.
Right. Okay. I'm super excited. Vic, this is a surprise. Everyone on social media is like, love it. Big up Reggae Reflection. Vic, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Kara Boyd from the National Black Farmers Association. Tell us the date again, Kara. The 31st
November.
virtual.
Yes, it's November 5th and 6th.
November.
And a big, another spoiler alert, Big Vic's going to be here with me on the 6th, and we're going to be streaming a live outdoor concert.
Oh, well, Vic, Flex FM will be there with Big Vic to stream the live. Okay, got it. Got it. We love you, Kara. Thank you for joining us today and just dropping gems. Wow, aren't you guys? What a great time to be alive on a Wednesday. Thank you
We love
so
you guys,
much.
and let's get growing.
Let's get growing. Okay, let me write that down. I like that. Let's get growing.
And I think Carol wants to actually one of these days have a whole show. We're gonna teach people how to get rich, man.
Oh, of
Off the
course.
land.
That's all day, every day. Yeah, all day, every day. It's about inspiring, empowering, and teaching our community. You know, people are losing their jobs right now. Look at that. She said people in New York on their rooftop. What is your excuse? Remember, I started the show with that accountability. So thank you, Kara, for coming through and just giving us gems. Like, wow, I'm just totally impressed. We love you. Thank you, Big Victories. Any words in
problem.
closing for us, Miss Kara Boyd from the National Black Farmers Association, my women crush today?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Let's get growing. We'll be in touch soon, Kara. We love you.
Love you too.
All right, Vic, later. Thanks for the surprise.
And bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good morning, everyone. If you are just tuning in, my name is Destiny. You are tuned in to Talk Truth TV, powered by FlexFM.online. We are here to inspire, empower, and entertain. So, it's Wednesday. I got my time mixed up. I think I have my guest here, Julie Breyer. My special guest today will be teaching us how to be happy, healthy, and full of energy. My humblest apologies, Julie, because I got the time mixed up. So introducing to the stage, we have the beautiful, gorgeous Miss Julie Breyer. Good morning, Julie.
It's Brar, actually.
Oh, so it's that, you know how us Jamaican people are, say it again, Brar. Say it again. Got it. Award-winning certified health coach and plant-based nutritionist. Were you able to hear the conversation just now?
I heard some of it.
Nice. So that kind of just jumps in. I was, speaking about you from 8 to 8 this morning, just reading your bio and just what you do. So let's jump into it. Thank you for being here with me this morning. It is an honor. I went on your website and I'm like, I want to play with Julie. I'm just like, what? Your website is amazing, by the way. So you have the floor, Julie.
Well, I mean, first of all, I agree with the last caller.
Yes, of course.
Organic food from the ground, and if it's in a box, don't eat it.
Right. Right.
So.
And you actually teach. You are an award-winning certified health coach and plant-based nutritionist. So let's lead right into that, because look at how the universe works. Look at how the universe works. So tell us about you. You have such an interesting story. We spoke one-on-one, and I was just blown away by your greatness. It's Women Crush Wednesday. So thank you for being you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me on. It's an honor.
Thank you, of course. So tell us about your background and, how did you get to this position of life?
So 10 years ago, I was an actor in Toronto. I was taking a little hiatus from teaching yoga. And at the time, I was married. And on September 20th, 2012, I came home and I found my husband in what looked like pretty dire straits. So I called paramedics, and unfortunately he didn't make it. And I found out after the fact that he had a massive heart attack at home, alone, a type of heart attack which in paramedic and medical circles is known as the widowmaker.
Right. Condolences, by the way.
Yeah. And so that created this huge shift in my life, obviously. Like there was the trauma of what happened to him, but then there was also all the fallout in terms of my own personal health. My adrenals were shot, my thyroid was really, really compromised, and I didn't feel good. I was severely depressed, and I went to a lot of different doctors and naturopaths, and I wasn't getting back to myself. And what I understand now, almost 10 years later, is that when you go through a tragedy like that,
Right.
you don't ever get to be the person you
don't
were.
return. You don't
I
return.
evolved into the person I am now.
Right.
And because of all my health struggles, I ended up going back to school for nutrition and for health coaching, because partly I was trying to understand what happened to him.
Right.
And partly I was trying to figure out how to put myself back together into a state where I was actually a functioning whole human again.
Right. Right. That's a very big part to overcome the challenge, still take care of self. Someone here said, I am the most unhealthy vegetarian. I barely eat and I'm still overweight. I also work third shift and have 2 teenagers, so naturally I have no energy or time to cook a good meal. Story of all of our lives, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's understanding how to make healthy meals quickly. Like most people, I'm pretty busy as well, and
Right.
so I don't have loads of time during the week to spend in the kitchen.
Right.
So I've figured out how to make healthy meals.
Do you
in
meal
like
prep?
15 minutes. I don't meal prep, no.
Okay. Okay.
Mostly because, like, if you think about it, when you meal prep on a Sunday and you
Right.
don't eat that until Thursday, whatever nutrients were in that food are
It's
long
gone.
gone.
Right. Right. Right.
So I literally just look at food as what are the nutrients that are in it and containing those nutrients.
Right.
So if I cook something on Sunday and I don't eat it till Thursday, like part of the reason, so all illness comes from, unless it's a genetic illness, right? Illness comes from a lack of nutrient density, chemical toxicity, and stress.
Exactly. I said that this morning.
And
Oh,
so
look at
those
that.
are
Man,
the
I'm not
three
a dumb-
things that we want to tackle
Right. Right.
in our day-to-day self-care. So figuring out how to eat nutrient-dense foods that are non-toxic.
Nutrient-dense.
And part of that
foods.
is making sure that you're looking for organic foods.
Right.
Because even whatever money you're saving at the grocery store in terms of the foods being conventionally grown, they're loaded with so many toxic chemicals that eventually you're going to be dealing with the health consequences, which could result in being on multiple medications. It could result in being having some kind of health condition that you're dealing with, which is going to compromise. So yeah, you saved at the checkout counter for however many number of years, and you're paying with it with your quality of life.
Right. So, ways to move through challenging times. So we both have dealt with some challenging times. I could tell you. I was just thinking this morning, I'm like, I did a health check the other day. My doctor was like, Ann, your health is amazing. Like, you're like a newborn baby. And I'm just like, really interesting. But I didn't realize how much I forced myself into what you said. Nutrients, that holistic thing. I do a lot of fasting. I do a lot of meditation. And I know that you have a program that I was reading on your page, how holistic nutrition and spiritual practices can support you. Let's talk about that, because I'm like, I was typing, I'm like, let me just go ahead and sign myself up, so I could just figure this out. But, for the busy person that feels like they can't do this thing, we use life as an excuse, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Just tell us like the steps, how can we be like a Julie? How can we be a student? You are a coach, of course. How can we learn?
I think the first thing is always to know what your why is.
Right.
Right? And it can be, for some clients, they want to be healthier because they want to be around for their kids.
Right.
For other people, they're dealing with some kind of illness.
Right.
And they want to overcome that illness using holistic practices.
Right. And when you say holistic,
it's really digging down into the why. And it's also understanding that anytime you're trying to change your habits, you're going to get tested.
That part.
I always think of it like you make a decision and then the universe will test you. It will test your resolve. Like how badly do you want this thing that you say you want? Because a lot of people are all talk, zero action.
Oh, that part. That part. So when you say holistic, and as you heard Kara before speaking about, you know, the benefits of farming and utilizing your space and, you know, eating from the ground up. So when you say holistic eating, you're speaking in reference to, if someone doesn't have any idea what you're speaking about, can you just kind of just break it down to the, you know, common sense is not so common these days, unfortunately. And this is something new that we're being forced to learn, these terminologies.
It would be getting your food as close to nature as possible.
Right. Okay.
So potato chips, even though their source was potatoes, they're no longer in a form that was created by nature.
Right.
They've had stuff added to them.
Right.
They've been fried, and so they're not natural. And it's ironic because in America, the #1 vegetable that's eaten is the potato in the form of potato chips.
I am a starch guzzler. So I'm, you know, my mashed potatoes, everything potatoes. I'm trying to keep away from rice these days. But yeah. So, okay. So here I am in my little 16-year-old body at 47, trying to eat right, trying to stay alive in this new world. How would you, okay, so know your why, right? So knowing my why is why am I here? What is my purpose? You know, what am I living for? And then holding myself accountable, right?
Yes. And for people who can't hold themselves accountable, you can get yourself an accountability buddy. Like if you don't have the funds to pay a coach to work with you, because that's essentially what a coach does. Is a coach is keeping you accountable to your goals. You'll say, I want X, Y, Z, and the coach is going to ask you questions and help you get there, right? But let's say that you're not able to invest in that, then you can do things like ask one of your friends, like, hey, can we be accountability buddies?
Right.
I'm trying to do this thing. Can you support me on this?
Oh, of course.
There's so many groups online. That's the other option as well, is look to the online space and see if you can get into a Facebook group.
It's all about you. We are doing whatever you tell us to do this morning, Julie. Someone said, this conversation is saving my life and I don't want to miss a thing.
Cool. That's awesome.
That's deep. That's super deep.
That is. And it's important to talk about like these conversations. It's funny because I actually, in anticipation of this conversation, I was having these wild dreams of like letting go of my past, letting go of old stories, and like stepping into a bigger version. And essentially, whenever you embark on a new path, you're giving yourself permission to step into a bigger version of you.
Right.
And you have to recognize that it's not going to be easy.
Not at all.
If it was easy, everyone would do it. And unfortunately, the saddest thing that I see is that most people don't do it.
That part. They show up and they don't show out.
Yeah, and there's so many resources, and it doesn't all cost money.
Right.
So when I'm talking about accountability, you can have an accountability friend for free, right?
Of course,
I have something that I'm working on, and there's a woman, her and I are accountability buddies.
Nice.
We just check in with each other.
Okay, who wants to be my accountability
space
buddy?
For each other. So that part is possible. On the nutrition side, I have an organic superfoods program that is either $6 a day.
I was just about to bring that up.
Or $11 a day.
Okay, and tell us about that.
Depending on which version you want to do.
And what
that's
differentiates?
for organic food.
Okay. So,
you know, so
what
for people who
differentiates-
say they're busy, they don't have time, they don't know what to get, it's like a done-for-you program that arrives at your doorstep.
Oh.
All you got to do is add water and drink it.
Oh. Wow.
It's actually more nutrient dense than having a cold pressed juice because of the way the foods are created.
Very interesting. So, okay, let me ask you a
Yeah.
challenge that I personally have. I am underweight, and I can never find, you know, most of these programs nowadays are losing weight. And I'm like, you know, what about the little titty people? We need love too. I can't gain weight for anything. My metabolism is just wild, you know? So for someone like me, you know, or someone, say it again, say it again. For someone like me that has an issue with gaining weight, what would you suggest?
You can eat more foods that probably, like for a lot of people that tend to put on weight easily, they probably want to stay away from the starchy carbs like rice and sweet potatoes and things like that.
Right.
But for someone like you can probably have more. And the other thing is that everybody has their, like, even though most of the American population is quite overweight and obese, and it's dangerous in terms of their health.
Right.
It's important on the health spectrum to recognize that everybody's body has this natural place that it's gonna live at, right?
Right.
And so some people are just blessed with genes where they're just naturally lean. You know?
I think it's a blessing and a curse because, you know, I just would like to be a thick girl once in my life. Just once. I would just like to wake up one morning and be like, oh my God, this is what hips look like. You know, and to be honest, I'm going to tell you my entire life, Julie, the only way I have been able to gain weight is drinking Ensure Plus.
Oh my God, the sugar
content is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Someone said, I was in a program free from my insurance a few years back. However, I was the only person with a plant-based diet and the coach was not supportive. And then someone said, I need that powder. They're like, I need the powder. So tell us, okay, how can we, so you have on your website, simple and fast, getting healthy shouldn't be complicated and unlearning bad habits shouldn't be intimidating. So you pretty much are saying to us, you know, no question, it's weird. You know, this is something we're going to do together. And then you said learn and glow. That stood out to me. And I'm like, oh, I want to glow, which of course is from our foods.
Yes.
Which is, of course, is from our foods. And then you said gain clarity on all your health concerns.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to respond to that first comment where the person said that she was in a program where
her coach
wasn't supportive, that she was plant-based.
Right.
Unfortunately, a lot of people in the nutrition and the health space either aren't aware of the science or just aren't willing to learn new information. But so the number one killer in America is heart disease.
Heart
which
disease.
Is 80% preventable. What did my husband die of? A heart attack.
Right.
Right? So 80% of heart attacks are preventable, and the diet that has been proven to reverse advanced stage heart disease is a whole food plant-based diet. Free of sugar, processed sugar, caffeine, and alcohol.
Oh, wow. No sugar.
Yeah.
No.
So
say it again.
No sugar, no caffeine, no alcohol. But the more important part is a 100% whole food plant-based diet.
Okay.
That diet has been shown to actually clear up blocked arteries.
Very interesting. Okay. So again, it's about accountability of self. And so you have said the number one killer is heart disease. So if you want to live longer, God, that's all of everything. No sugar, no caffeine. That mean like no ginger ale? Like no apple
ginger ale.
no rum.
I mean, soda pop is full of sugar.
Right, and we know this. It's so not good for our skin.
A lot of times, so earlier this year, I went to do a 14-day water fast, which I do not advocate for anyone unless you're under medical supervision. And so I was under medical supervision, and I did a 14-day guided water fast, again, to deal with my thyroid issue, which it did help with considerably.
Really?
And yes, it did. And a lot of people can't imagine eating differently because the food industry, the processed food companies, the meat and the dairy industries have gotten people addicted to the very foods that are killing them.
Facts.
It's actually really, really vicious and sinister when you think about it.
Right.
And especially in the African American population.
Right.
Anyone who has, are like South Asian, African American,
right,
Asian American, Aboriginal, any of those cultures, and actually a lot of Italians as well.
Right.
We are lactose intolerant.
Bruh, I don't even drink milk.
And if you go to most African American communities in the inner city, you will not see Whole Foods to save your life. There's no grocery store.
Oh, right.
It's all fast food restaurants.
Facts.
And these
and a
fast
liquor
food
store.
meals that are lacking. So Americans have it exactly wrong.
Right.
They eat a lot of calories and minimal nutrient density. And the script has to be flipped, where you have to increase your nutrient density and drop your caloric load. But if you're eating enough nutrients, guess what? You won't be hungry.
Facts.
And so what I learned when I was working or going through my fast is that so many people are so addicted to the foods that are killing them that it's important to break that addiction first.
Right.
And when you break that addiction, your taste buds are going to take a few days to adjust, or possibly a few weeks, depending.
Right.
Right. But eventually you'll start craving healthy, whole plant foods.
Okay.
And I speak as somebody who used to be addicted to sugar and addicted to fast food. I had all the same hangups that most people have.
Right.
I ate potato chips. I drank soda pop. I don't crave any of that stuff in the morning.
Wow.
I wake up, I fast for a certain portion of my day, and then I break my fast with a green juice. And that's what my body wants. My body wants this alkalizing, nutrient-dense green juice.
Right.
That's how I break my fast. And then I, have whole plant foods the rest of my day. The food I eat is delicious. I don't compromise on taste.
Oh, we're going to get into that,
But I also don't compromise on quality.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, because I saw some of your recipes, and I'm like, oh, yummy. So someone said here.
So a lot of people compromise on quality
right.
for the sake of these artificial ingredients. And
right.
food companies will use salt, oil,
right.
sugar, and fat to manipulate and trick people's taste buds into becoming addicted into the foods that are killing them.
Wow.
And it's actually criminal if you think about it.
It is definitely, and it's barbaric, to be honest. Rebel Girl Media said, soda is evil. I'm so glad I never liked it. She said, desserts everywhere. Cafe Creole said, facts. There was a study about that. Everything that you're saying, she's agreeing with you. And then Rebel Girl Media said, really, they don't really care about the poor. That's a fact. And Reggae Reflection said, sugar's a tough one. Rebel Girl Media also said, I feel like I was good about cutting things out. I just don't know what to add in now. Again, thanks for the conversation. It's an inspiration. So this is day one for us, right? So this is day one for us. So if, number one, how can we join your program? And if we are going to wake up today and say, all right, fine, I'm going to be plant-based, I'm going to do it for the cause, you know, I want to live this holistic lifestyle, what would you suggest to us today to start? I got my pen and paper, my handy dandy notebook.
Well, number one would be to start adding more vegetables and fruits.
Okay.
Notice I said vegetables first.
Vegetables. Can you throw some at us? What would you suggest?
Cucumbers, different types of greens, so kale, spinach, collard greens, asparagus. I'm just thinking of what's in my fridge right now. And then, oh, my dogs just came in.
Hey, buddies.
And then in terms of fruit, bananas, apples, oranges. It depends on where you are. Like, you know, pineapple,
right,
some type of melon, cantaloupe. There's so many different types. I used to do this thing when I was a kid, and I would come home from school at lunchtime, and I would always make myself this fruit salad, depending on what fruits we had in the house. And I would chop up bananas and apples, and toss in some grapes and berries. And I would just nerd out and have that before I had my lunch. So
I'm actually a fruit and vegetable
and some
lover
really,
too.
really easy whole food dinners like rice and beans, you know.
Well, that's my
it's
favorite,
one of the
actually.
easiest things. I love Buddha bowls. So you can, you know, steam up some broccoli, some asparagus, throw in, like, cook up some lentils, throw
What
in some
about
lentils,
portions?
steam some
Do you teach us
spinach.
about portions as well in your program?
I do. I'm a big fan of listening to your body.
Okay.
I find that a lot of people tend to overeat besides being addicted to certain flavors.
Right.
Your body, when it's not getting enough nutrients, it's going to feel hungry. So sometimes people are overeating because their body craves nutrition. And so when you're getting enough nutrients, you're not going to feel as hungry, and naturally you're going to eat less. The other thing is when you're eating a lot of plant foods, you're going to fill up because of all the fiber.
That's true.
So
Someone said
you'll naturally feel that point where, oh, I can't eat more.
Someone said fruits are high in sugar, so yeah, limited. So you actually teach, but then again, you just said it, you know, follow your body. Of course, you have to understand your DNA, your makeup, to hold yourself accountable and kind of have that balance, right? So the goal.
I just want to step in quickly on this whole fruit and sugar thing.
Yes.
Fruit is different than sugar.
Right, right.
So when we have table sugar or brown sugar or maple syrup or agave or some artificial sweetener, there is no fiber there, and it doesn't have, except for maple syrup, which has B vitamins, most of those sugars have no nutrient content.
Right.
And so in order for your body to absorb them, it has to go into its nutrient stores to break them down.
Right.
The difference with fruit is fruit has fiber. So while it has fructose, fruit sugar, the fiber slows down the release of the sugar. So your insulin levels don't spike to the same extent as white sugar or brown sugar or sugar that's not bound with fiber.
Right. Fiber is a huge
That's
thing.
why you'll have a piece of fruit and it'll keep you full longer than if you just put sugar down your mouth, right?
Right.
So, you know, basically I think of fruit as Mother Nature's candy. Like, you know, everyone craves a little sweets here and there.
Right.
But I would say you want to aim to have about, like, in a perfect world, you want to have about 9 servings of veggies, 9 to 10 servings of veggies. And that's a cup each. And maybe 1 to 2 servings of fruit a day. So it could be a banana, it could be an apple, it could be a serving of pineapple. So you're not overdoing it on fruit, you're just having a little bit. But most of your diet is veggies and different kinds of veggies. Green veggies, leafy veggies, which are the most beneficial for heart health, most people don't have enough of.
Right. You are absolutely
and
right.
Here's a hack. Going to the person who was on the call earlier, unfortunately I missed her name,
Kara Boyd.
You can actually grow sprouts on your kitchen counter.
Right.
And that sprouts are one of the most nutrient dense things you can get. All you got to do is, you know, look up a sprouting kit on Amazon and get it delivered to your house, and all you need to do is sprout different things on your kitchen counter.
Interesting.
I used to, like, I have to get the sprouting kit going here in Mexico, but when I was at home in Toronto, I would always have a couple of different jars of sprouts going at any given time, and I would throw those into salads, throw that into smoothies, toss it into soups as a topping and stuff. So there's all these hacks, or I'd make like a sprout sandwich with like sprouted bread and hummus and some avocado and some sprouts.
Right.
So it's just understanding food and understanding nutrients and starting to train yourself away from the habits that haven't helped you, right? And it's really, really recognizing that so here's the other thing is you deserve to be healthy. You are worthy to be healthy.
Right.
Your creator has put you on this earth not to suffer, but to feel good.
Facts.
And part of feeling good is feeling good in your body.
Right.
You know, and if you're eating processed garbage food,
right,
it might make you feel good in the moment that you're consuming it, but if you can't move your body, if you're carrying extra weight, if your joints hurt, if your hormones are out of balance, and you're just not enjoying life, that's not loving yourself. You have to love yourself enough to choose different.
Choose different. So
and my challenge to anyone is do it for 30 days.
All right, we're going to do it for 30 days. When can we start? Someone said, how can I sign up? Someone said, sprouts are quick return. Like, don't they take a few days potentially to grow before you can eat them?
It depends on the sprouts. Some sprouts take longer than others. Everything's under a week. So you gotta like plan it out.
Oh,
you know, some seeds will sprout in 2 to 3 days.
Right.
So you could have different sprout jars going that are sprouting different things at different points. So yeah, in terms of my program, it's best to just go to my website. You can always send me an email from there as well, and I can get back to you with info and share what the program looks like and how to start it as well.
Okay.
All of my people are successful, so I like to coach people through it.
I was just about to say that.
Get the program and be like,
this is not a hobby for you. You actually have certifications in this thing.
Yes, and so when someone works with me in my programs, there's emails and videos that go out as well. There's recipes, there's a couple of Facebook support groups. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on to keep people on track with what they're embarking on. And then usually everybody that I work with, we're either in contact over email or text or WhatsApp to find out like how are things going.
Okay.
Do you have questions? Where are you at? How are you feeling? The biggest thing is how are you feeling, right?
Right. So we are going to start a 30-day challenge, right? So what is the website? Everyone is asking, what is the website? You're not plugging enough. Get it, girl. So they're like, come on, get to the meat and potatoes. How do we sign up? Let's get to the point. 30 days. They're like bullying me. Cyber bullies. So how do we get started?
Balancelifewithjulie.com is my website.
And it's such a beautiful website,
so it's
by the way.
BAL as in Larry, ANCE, balance, life, withjulie.com.
Withjulie.com.
And with is all spelled out, and Julie is JULIE.com.
So balancelifewithjulie.com.
Yes.
Right. And I also see here, do you still do the 30-minute?
Oh, there it is. It's up on the screen.
Yes. My producer be on top of things. Don't worry. It has been a pleasure. Julie, you know we have to do this again because I have You see, I have all my notes and my papers. I'm sorry. I'm holding myself accountable today because I thought you were going to be calling in at 8. But, you know, from our conversation, I'm like, Julie, I need you at least once a week. So, you know, I can hold myself accountable. And we are throwing this thing out there. So I don't want everyone to get bothered. Julie's not going anywhere. She is holding us accountable. We're starting a 30-day program. So when is the next program going to start for those that want to sign up?
I'm going to be running a 30-day actually in November, and November is around the corner. So if you want to get started,
sign up now.
Now's the time. And there's actually also some bonuses that are happening right now this final week of October for anyone who signs up as well.
Okay.
So yeah, and yeah, I do want to come back because I didn't even get to talk about the spiritual.
We didn't even do the videos. So, you know, it's a date. So, you know, hey, hubby, I hopefully you can hear me in the background. I just love you guys. So we will speak off the air to see, because remember I told you, I'm like, Julie, you're a part of me. I'm a part of you. You know, we're doing this for the good of humanity. And plus, if you can teach me how to gain weight, because, you know, of course, little titties matter, right? So if you can teach me how to gain weight for Christmas, I could be outside like bam, 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 bam. You know? So, you know, and I am trying to change my habits and likewise. So big up to everyone. Someone said, Reggae Reflection said, Monday is November 1st. So they are in it. Like, okay, so yeah, we need to sign up before Monday, November the 1st. And we are going to hold ourselves accountable for each other. It has been a pleasure speaking with the beautiful Julie Brar, right?
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a joy.
Thank you, Julie. I am going to be in touch with you a little later so we can do part 2.
Destruction of your soul.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Sorry about that. My producer's trying to tell me it's time. Thank you, Julie, for being here with us. We love you. I will be contacting you later. In case you were just tuning in, we have had a phenomenal conversation with award-winning certified health coach and plant-based nutritionist Julie Brar. Her website again is www.balancelifewithjulie.com. Stick and stay because Julie is not going anywhere. She is a part of our team here at TalkTruthTV.FlexFM. I appreciate you, Julie. Thank you for being here with us. Greetings from Ja to the people in Mexico. Happy Wednesday. Thank you to Kara Boyd from the National Black Farmers Association and Big Victories, also calling in today, teaching us about farming and sustainability. Let's get growing. I am Destiny, your host. Remember, coming up next is Lunch with TC here at FlexFM.online. Tell a friend, Flex FM, my FM, your FM, and then we're going to have like a threesome. Talk Truth TV, me, you, and Flex FM. Yeah. Doing amazing things in the community, by the way. Big up to my producer, Trisha, and to all the staff here at Flex FM. I love you, mean it. Happy Wednesday. We're out of here. Okay, wait, hold on. We're out of here. I'm just waiting for Trisha to key me in. You know what? All right.
You have them in the region, in the valley of decision, restraining the Edens with a rod of iron. You know not the destiny of a next man, why hold him? Set him free for too long. I wanna rule my destiny. Oh yeah, I really wanna rule my destiny. Hear me call. Destiny, mama look from when you calling. Destiny, mama look from when you calling. I wanna rule my destiny. Oh, hey, help I please.
poverty. Yeah. Destruction of her soul is vanity. Oh, do you hear? Do you hear? Whoa, whoa, destiny.
Sellers, buyers, homeowners, everyone, the Barrett Group is here to get you the home you need. Selling a home or property? The Barrett Group can be reached at 954-306-8607 to find out how much your home is worth. Buyers, interest rates are at an all-time low. The Barrett Group, 954-306-8607, located at 4977 North State Road 7, Tamarack, Florida. The Barrett Group, South Florida's real estate providers. Thanks, Barrett Group, for your kind sponsorship of this radio station.
Newsflash, newsflash. On a year, Nikki Blaze HQ presents Blazing Friday.